Okay, so Brian, tell us a little bit about SMART goals. We've
SMART
certainly heard a
goals.
lot of them, about them.
Well, SMART goals really are just a way of taking an expectation and formalizing it in a really clear way. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, results-focused, and time-bound. So what does that mean? It means taking a piece of work or responsibility that somebody has in their job and writing that in a way so it's ultra clear. And we have a lot of tools, don't we, Sue, to help people with that process?
We absolutely do. We've got a Word document that kind of walks you through that whole process, saying
different questions to ask,
different questions that we're asking, and sort of getting you around that thinking process of how can I sort of take what I do and make a goal out of it.
Right.
Or, another thing to think about is sort of, what do I want to accomplish, in the next year? Like thinking about, not necessarily around sort of what's my job description, but what are the things I need to do to be really good at my job?
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah,
Can we think of an example of a SMART goal that might be helpful for someone?
Yeah, like if I was a faculty assistant,
okay.
Who did maybe I do a lot of reports for the faculty and I manipulate data, or maybe I do some Excel stuff, or maybe I just do filing. What might be a...
Well, I suppose it could be something as simple as prepare reports on time in an accurate manner.
Yeah,
right?
and maybe
That's
there's
specific.
a certain amount of reports that have to be done
Sure.
Like
on
I
a
could
weekly
say,
or monthly
like
basis.
monthly, right?
Okay.
Maybe there's a certain sense of then accuracy component. There's a way to determine error-free reports, or reports that if there are some metrics in there that add up, if there are equations or functions in an Excel spreadsheet. And I would also guess that the results focus is, why are the reports important?
Right.
I mean, maybe it's really to reflect the work of the department or the work of the faculty member in a way that provides information to a dean. So that eventually then helps the employee who's running these important reports know exactly what's expected of them, when it's expected, and the quality of the work that's expected.
And really, I mean, a SMART goal is just kind of taking the work that they're currently doing and reformatting it a little bit,
so it's
right?
clear.
And putting
So
it in
it's
a very
clear and
clear,
concise.
right?
Clear.
And it helps that conversation with the supervisor and the employees so
That's
that
right.
everybody's on the same page.
And employees shouldn't necessarily write SMART goals by themselves. This is where, as we've discussed, the conversation between a supervisor and employee is key. And looking at the work to be done, and together coming up with the goal language that they both can agree to that best reflects what should be accomplished in a given year.
Yep.
Right, we don't expect the employee to do this on their own. I mean, really it
That's
starts,
right.
like we said before, that process
With a
starts
conversation.
with a conversation.
Yeah, and there's a SMART goal wizard in the software. There's tools in a Word document on the website. There are many tools to help. And there's no completely right way to write a SMART goal. It's, again, taking work to be done and writing it in a clear way that makes sense to everybody.
Yeah, and let's just touch a little bit on the SMART Goal Wizard in the software.
Right.
And I just wanted to mention that because, again, the expectation of the SMART Goal Wizard is sort of that it gives a skeleton of what the goal could be. So it sort of walks you through. It's sort of, what's the topic? What are you trying to do? When are you trying to do it? And is it like an increase, a decrease, a deliverable? You're going to take a training course. It kind of walks you through that.
Right.
And then you're going to click Create a SMART Goal. And when you click that, it puts a skeleton, it puts that information you just walked through into the description of the goal. So again, the idea is that it starts you off, and then you can change it.
It jump starts. That's
Right,
what
jump
it is.
starts
Gives you
you,
all
and
those
you
And
key
it puts
elements.
text in a box
Right.
that you can then manipulate. So again, it's
Absolutely.
another resource. The Word document is there. So there are a lot of tools to really help people move forward.
Yep, and that's the idea.
That's the idea.
Great.